Hi friends, welcome to the Business Studies class. Today in this fourth module, we are going to learn about the important factors to be considered for choosing the form of business organization. After studying the various forms of business organization, it is evident that each form has certain advantages as well as disadvantages. It becomes vital that certain basic considerations are kept in mind while choosing the appropriate form of business organization. The important factors determining the choice of organization are as follows. First point, easy formation. The primary consideration in making the choice is the formalities required for its formation. The formation of business organization should be easy without many legal formalities. An organization which involves the least expenses in formation and minimum legal formalities is the best. As far as initial business setting up costs are concerned, sole proprietorship is the most inexpensive way of starting a business. However, the legal requirements are minimum and the scale of operations is small. In case of partnership also, the advantage of less legal formalities and lower cost is there because of limited scale of operations. Cooperative societies and companies have to be compulsorily registered. The formation of a company involves a lengthy and expensive legal procedure. From the point of view of initial cost, sole proprietorship is the preferred form as it involves least expenditure. Second point is easy raising in finance. Capital is the lifeblood of the business. Without capital, we can't even think of starting a business. When large amount of capital is needed, joint stock company may be the right form of organization. But much would depends upon the facility with which finance can be raised. Third point is extent of liability. Other things being equal, limited liability is an important feature. The liability of the sole trader is unlimited. The liability of a partnership is unlimited, joint and several, whereas the liability of the company and the cooperative society is limited. Hence, the form of business organization should be such which restricts the liability of an entrepreneur to the minimum. In case of sole proprietorship and partnership firms, the liability of the owners or partners is unlimited. This may call for paying the debt from personal assets of the owners. In joint Hindu family business, only the Karta has unlimited liability. In cooperative society and companies, the liability is limited and creditors can force payment of their claims only to the extent of the company's balance sheet. Then hence, from the point of view of the investors, the company form of organization is more suitable as the risk involved is limited. Next point is flexibility of operation. A good form of business organization should allow all types of changes without any difficulty. Sole trading concerns enjoy to the maximum extent the characteristics of flexibility of operation followed by partnership form of organization. Sixth point is maintenance of secrecy. Secrecy is one of the primary importance in the business concern. Accordingly, the entrepreneur would select the sole proprietorship for that reason. In case he has partners, he will have to carefully weigh whether other partners will be able to maintain the secrecy. Next point is government regulations. In case of sole proprietorship, the government control is minimum. A sole proprietor organization is not expected to meet many legal requirements. A partnership form of organization is also free from government regulations. Even the registration of partnership is not compulsory, but a number of formalities are required to be compiled in forming a company. Next important point is tax liability. The base of taxation is different in each type of organization. Ninth point is ownership and control. An ideal form of business organization is one which provides incentives, initiative, and active interest to its owners. This is most effectively available. Different management and control over the business dealings remain with the owner of the business. Next point is continuity. The continuity of sole proprietorship and a partnership firm is affected by such events as death, insolvency, or insanity of the owners. However, such factors do not affect the continuity of business in the case of organizations like joint Hindu family business, cooperative societies, and companies. In case the business needs a permanent structure, company form is more suitable. For short-term ventures, proprietorship or partnership may be preferred. Next point is manageriality. A sole proprietor may be find it difficult to have enterprise in an or functional areas of management. In other forms of organizations like partnership and company, there is no such problem. Division of work among the members in such organizations allows the managers to specialize in specific areas, leading to better decision making. But this may lead to situations of conflicts because of differences of opinion amongst people. Further, if the organization's operations are complex in nature and require professionalized management, company form of business organization is a better alternative. Proprietorship or partnership may be suitable, where simplicity of operations allow even people with limited skills to run the business. Thus, the nature of the operations and the need for professionalized management affect the choice of the firm of the organization. Companies are in a better position to collect large amount of capital by issuing shares to a large number of investors. Partnership firms also have the advantage of combined resources of all the partners, but the resources of a sole proprietors are limited. Thus, if the scale of operations is large, company form may be suitable, whereas for medium and small sized business, one can opt for partnership or sole proprietorship. Further, from the point of view of the expansion, a company is more suitable because of its capability to raise more funds and invest in expansion plans. It is precisely for this purpose that in our opening case, Neha's father suggested she would consider switching over the company form of organization. Last point is degree of control. If direct control over operations and absolute decision making power is required, sole proprietorship may be preferred. But if the owners do not mind sharing control and division making, partnership of or company form of organization can be adopted. The added advantage in the case of company form of organization is that there is complete separation of ownership and management, and it is professionals who are appointed to independently manage the affairs of a company. These are the important points to be considered while choosing the form of business organization. Thank you.